Mic check 1 2 1 3. Mic check 1 2 1 3. Mic check 1 2 1 3. Mic check. Once again doing a mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. welcome sung, the lights are back on, and we welcome you to Game 4 of the Russell Cup Finals from down here in Bradford, Ontario. Artemi Gajdukov, 13 goals against in 2 games for the North York Renegades. Their whole entire team's got to be a lot better here tonight, stopping 38 on 43 shots, 5 goals given up. He's 8-2 in the playoffs. Nikita Radchenko, stopping 21 on 22 shots, 1 goal against, a record of 9-3 in the playoffs, 341 shots against, 319 saves, 417 shots on Artemi Gajdukov this playoffs, 390 saves for the young man from Russia. No Anders Bunzeniks. Christopher Rendy makes his way back into the lineup here in this Russell Cup Finals, and no bigger time to get back on the lineup and try to perform and tie this series back up at 2 games apiece. Or will the Rattlers be on the cusp here tonight? Carlson a quick up, looking for Lindquist, can't spot him, icing, not even 20 seconds in. North York Renegades had a year low in shots last contest, only 22 shots on Nikita Radchenko in Game 3, longest in the regular season, and the lowest all playoff long. Isaac Carlson returned it. Tried to make a quick up, blocked by Wentrain, and Stemper can whack it out of the air as he's getting worked over there by Bridget. Comes back into the North York end, and trying to start on a curling effort was Stevenson. One player going down in Bridget, play continues, no call. Popek giving chase on one man, the lone Renegade going into the corner, he's picked up there by Wentrain. Wentrain, or Tilkarante rather, got running off the puck there, and so Zakharov, a quick start ahead for Carlson, and a saucer pass, trying to spot Belisle, who will go offside, but a good job by Zakharov to not keep the zone in. Missing Belisle was Zakharov. Jiwanun, 10 and white here tonight, trying to make a move on Belisle from the corner, can't get away from him, and so it's gloved back down, but it's caught up there by Borisov with a launching shot there, wide of Gajdukov. I mean, that's a keep-in. Zakharov will leave it go, Artem Borisov returning it back for Danilek, stopping on a dime there, and he's broken up there by Un, Reality there as well. Keeping up the line there by Orkov, so we got it down low for Zakharov, trying to punch it into the corner, he'll do so. Un and Belisle meet connectively into the corner there, and so it's Belisle escape away effort, and he's trying to lay it back to the blue line, but a good second effort made is Timothy Wangtrain, and they can get across for Orkov from the blue line, and a shot there right into the paraphernalia of Gajdukov. And Jiwan Un's puck to play again, he'll dish it aside for one man coming back in, Joe. That's what turns it back. Nate Dixon, a curl. Waletsky looking for Stemper, but he was tied up there by Merrick Tortorella. Dixon, leave it for the Rattlers captain, Elias Najim, all over him. He dons 91 in white here tonight. At the far right portion of your screen, you'll see Waletsky chip it right into the paraphernalia of one man coming back in Tortorella, and here comes Cho, trying to relay a pass back over for Tortorella. Connects with it there, and so Cho can pick it up, 55 in white. Tapped along there, and a whistle sounds, and what have we? A slashing penalty is going to go against the Bradford Rattlers, not even 3 minutes into tonight's contest. It's the captain, Aaron Stemper, going off for a slash. Mentioned earlier in the series, the power play in the regular season was clicking at a 10% rate. And if you're North York, if you want to win the Russell Cup, that has to be a lot better here. And they're going to get one man back. And Christopher Rende, 27 in white, made the pass. Stevenson on a one-time drive there. Pavlenko to save. Rebound as Rende couldn't whack it out of the air in time. Radchenko came across post to post to try to cut down the angle. Lindquist, Carlson, Hoffman, Wennes, 4 Swedes on for head coach David Mooney. Stevenson can carry his way in. Rende a drop. Damian Bridget will don 42 this series. Rende behind the pass pack can get to Stevenson in time. Trying to fake away from Lindquist. Stevenson curling his way around Hoffman. He has one man open at the blue line. Won't use him here, but now will. Perdishov, rink wide cross comes to Rende. Nice pass. He found Stevenson. Perdishov a drive there, and he just corked it wide. It'll come to Stevenson again from the corner. Gupta, he got it across for Bridget. Hoffman will take him back behind the netminder Redchenko. A 2-on-2 boards battle, make that 3 now in favor of the Renegades, but they still can't keep the zone alive. Perdyshev will back away and through center. Perdyshev hits the red, dumps in, one man giving chase in Rende, who's been on for the remainder of this power play, has 50 seconds remaining. Short-handed breakaway for Artem Borisov. He's coming into the forehand and saved by Gaidukov. Breakaway chance there, short-handed in the regular season. 13 short-handed goals for the Bradford Rattlers, and you saw the reasons why. They had Artem Borisov clear as day, but a good pat stop made by Gaidukov covering the lower part of the net. Borisov denied on his 6th goal of the playoffs, currently sitting at 5. Downs with 35 to go in the Stemper Minor. Tortorella picks it up. He will don 94 in white here tonight. Middle portion of your screen, Munetz almost got bowled into there by Tortorella, and so gets slapped back along there by Orkov. And a line change on forward, Wise, Dixon, and the combination of Voletsky, the 2 Americans on forward here. Downs can tiptoe through the neutral zone. Voletsky trying to supply some pressure there, did so that forced one man to punch it back into the corner. Munetz a Kurlong, and it does come out as Tortorella can keep the zone alive. We have 3 seconds to go in the Stemper Minor. Tortorella trying to cut through traffic, stops and corrals himself and the puck and works it back as he got flexed off there by Munetz. Reale couldn't find anyone at the blue line, so it's a race after it and a 2-on-1, making a 3-on-1. Voletsky a shot there into the breadbasket of Gaidukov, and play is halted. 15:29 to go here in period 1. Christopher Rende hasn't played in this finals matchup, and he's still 3rd in team scoring in the playoffs, 3 goals and 7 assists. He has 10 points. Big piece back into the lineup here for Darryl Lloyd. Stemper got the combination from the neutral zone, but they're going to say that Brendan Walensky just a step offside, so we will do the face-off still in front of the Renegades bench. No Anders Bunzeniks, no Nikita Pavlenko. Those 2 dealing with an injury here tonight. They are not in. Glaspie and Pavel Tuni will not be skating here tonight. Majerchuk draws in Philip Scholander, Tomas Lucinius. Gotta have depth to win in the playoffs, and the Rattlers have a bundle of that. Malm couldn't connect with Carlson. A good pinch up there by Un. 15 minutes to go exactly here in period 1. Still a scoreless tie at 0 on a fast pace. 5 minutes of opening play. Wennescott with Malm. Carlson can't locate it. Still, Stevenson doing a good job in the defensive lane. Can just flutter it through to center before it's gloved back down by Carlson. He can curl his way around of Wentrain. Hoffman ran in some danger there as it was Wentrain doing battle on him. Bridget, 42 in white, has 1 man on him, and Arvid Malm, the former captain of the Bradford Rattlers last season, a Russell Cup champ, as 1 stick gets slashed out as Lindquist a tap back along for his countryman in Wennes, and he can curl his way in front of Radchenko to make a quick up and a nice pass to spot Carlson. Malm heading towards the goal. Carlson can't use him here. Carlson will cut his way back to the front of the net, and it's a good stick away made by Gaidukov. Ovakimian fakes the shot, works his way in, fanning on it, and that'll allow Bridger, after getting some stick work on there from Masakov, as Gupta can use his speed and gain into the zone for the Renegades. His shot blocked there by Martin Horetsky. Arvid Malm leaving it 4 in the corner, and he can whirl it back along from the high glass, stays inside. Brendan Sally a shot there through traffic, and Radchenko can snare it down. Brendan Sally on Tomas Lucinius. Kalinka on the blue line paired with Jiwan-un. Sally can pull it back. Kalinko has to pinch it up in a pitchfork effort there and trying to keep the zone line with Zun, and he did so. Tila Karante trying to get by Ovakimian. Tila Karante to the front there was broken up as a pinching effort made by Kalinko keeps the puck inside. Hoffman drilled there by Brendan Sally. It's 1 man to pick it up in Scholander. Majerchuk took a hit to make a play, but he got it as far as center before it's worked back in by Kalinka. Arsenio Ovakimian plays it behind Redchenko. Haretsky will force it the other way before it's tapped back along into Ovakimian. Little miscommunication there between he and Haretsky. Sally got ran into there by Majerchik, closing on the puck handler there. The identity line, you could call it here for Team Green. Scholander, Lucenius, and Majerchik. Merrick Tortorella forced to pass through center, not enough to find anyone in a white uniform there, so icing is called. Well, the North York Renegades just 13:09 to go here in period 1 in this Game 4 of the Russell Cup Finals. Christopher Rende had, and get this, 7 games played, 6 goals, 14 assists, 20 points. What a piece. They get back into the lineup here tonight desperately, trying to get some offense going here. Only 2 goals for the North York Renegades in 2 games. Najim flipped it in. Orkov trying to force it back as it's picked off there by Cho, who got a shot away, but it's hit off the high glass for Belle Isle. And so a race after it, 2 players on 1 Rattler. Chiwanun, Zakharov on him. Belle Isle try to cut the angle down, but the Renegades still get the puck north as Majerchik, or Zakharov rather, a big check on Cho, who pops right back up, 55 in white. Munetz with Elias Najim on him. Good job picking himself and the puck, but he's getting some stick work thrown on his way by Najim, and that will be a penalty upcoming. Elias Najim, the guilty party of the North York Renegades, he sits for 2 minutes for hooking, and for the first time here tonight, the Bradford Rattlers get their power play opportunity here. Stemper, Lindquist, Carlson, Malm, and Hoffman. Normally they have 2 defensemen out there in Wenis and Hoffman. They only throw 1 Swede out, and that being William Hoffman. Taking his spot will be Isaac Carlson, presenting a one-time shot, and he has it here. Isaac Carlson, 1 man went down in front. Carlson will switch spots to William Hoffman. Hoffman will skate it back down low for Aaron Stemper. Behind the netminder, I went away from Stevenson. Lindquist up top, Carlson can't shoot, switches spots. They relay the pass. Here comes Lindquist. His shot blocked in front. Carlson in front there, can't get it through. Stemper up top to the line. It's Hoffman across now for Carlson. Carlson from the top of the circle there, forced it through, save, rebound in front, they score! From Finnsbank, Sweden, Arvid Malm picking up his 4th goal of the playoffs, his 11th point. And on the power play with 11:51 to go in the first period, Team Green breaks the ice first, and they are off and running here tonight. Perdishov tries to start some offense. Back now is Reale in a kick save with a purpose into the corner from Radchenko, and a flip up there by Dixon was caught back along by Zakharov. Reale went down. Reverse check thrown between Belle Isle and Reale. Zakharov trying to catch up to that one. Perdishov forces it off the bank, and it's a race after it. Christopher Rende picking it up, but he was picked off there by Matvei Munetz. Carlson and Hoffman on the assist there. Hoffman still picking up points and collecting a lot of them here in the playoffs. Forced off a force pass in front, looking for Belle Isle. 1 man crunched off the puck into the corner. That was Downs, and a big reverse hit as Mischenko collided with Belle Isle. Tomas Lucenius got it to Roman Orkov in a drop pass, and so Redchenko taps it along for Jonathan Wenis. 10:40 to go, a pretty jump around move at center, nearly lost the handle, picked up by his teammate in Tomas Lucenius. Gupta went down, that allows Masakov to get to the puck first in the corner. Mischenko tried to swipe it away, and a big crunch after as Masakov got railed into there by Downs coming in. A chair check from the corner, trying to protect himself and the puck, but he lost the handle to Downs, who can chip it back for Gupta. A quick up, forcing it for Mischenko, centering pass there, and Majerchik got a piece of Rende. Lucenius off the skate of the linesman, so Perdishov can twist it back the other way. Perdishov, nice move, he's trying to stuff it back in, and he will draw a penalty for his efforts. Perdishov driving to the net, drawing the 1 man back to take a hooking penalty. Magomed Bashir Masakov, the guilty party for Team Green, and so another power play opportunity coming up for the North York Renegades. 10-11 to go in the first period. Beautiful chance here to tie the contest here. Najim on Waletsky, clean win for Elias. Eric Stevenson, the captain, behind the back pass can find Gupta. Gupta, one man on him, and the captain Stemper picked off there by Matvei Minets, and no mistake there. Down the puck goes. Evan Gupta, the 20-year-old from Summerland, BC. 24 points in 34 regular season games played as UC Elias Najim whirled his way back into the offensive zone. Good active stick by Roman Orkov. Been one of the more steady defensive defensemen here in the playoffs for Bradford. D2D, Tortorella, his shot at Rechenko, the save. Puck was loose before it's cleared off by Matvei Munets. One man picking the stick off of Waletsky, and a nice curl and drag move made by Tortorella, who gets forced off the puck, and Waletsky still, with some great effort, got that puck as far as center. The captain Stevenson to Cho. Cho twists his way back in through center into the O-zone. Orkov cutting down the lane on him. A minute to go on the man advantage. Trying to stuff it in, can't do so. Waletsky trying to race after that puck, and he will. Almost ran out of real estate and went down awkwardly. Christopher Rende got it across, and now it's Cho again. One man on him and Stemper. Blue line play. Stevenson, Merrick, Tortorella. His forceful shot there was blocked in front there by Orkov. Wide to the cage, and so it comes back to Gupta's way. Orkov in a battle after there with Merrick Tortorella. No mistake there by Roman. Down the puck goes. 27 to go on the man advantage. 8:30 in the period. The captain Eric Stevenson, the Toronto, Ontario native, a point per game player in the regular season. Puck got away from him, and so Hoffman protects himself and the puck there, but he gave it away. Mischenko, or Downs rather, trying to force a through. Puck is loose in the high slot, and so Stevenson is forced to make a play from the corner. Up top, Christopher Rende tapped it back into the corner. Power play is over for North York. We're back to 5-on-5, but it stays inside as Rende overskated it and pumped it back further, and it's Oliver Lindquist with Masakov, but he can't get it towards the front of the goal. Carlson got taken down by Rende, or Carlson pops up, then gets brought back down. Two players collide, but no calls. Stevenson trying to leave it for Bridget. He's trying to get hot on his horse here through center and dangle his way in. Stopping up as he got pressured there by Wennes, fanning on his pass attempt. Arvid Mom couldn't reach up to it in time before Reale can slap it back in for North York. Hoffman, a connect, Wennes. Skating his way through center. Un will watch him. A drop for Lindquist. Back down it comes to Arvid. Backhand shot. Rebound the save. Gaidukov rather. Got across post to post and made the save. Too much action in there. Got a little tongue-tied. Saying there for Artemi Gaidukov. 29 games played in the regular season. He had 19 wins. Save percentage of .195. Goals against of just under 3 in 2.98. Arvid Mum's goal, the only one that stands, as you saw, a great trigger pull from Martin Borisov, and a blocker flex-away save was made for Gaidukov. And so Un can make a chip up, and a good pinch by Arseny Ovakimian, allowing Brendan Sally with some space and time, but from the wrong side of center, they will say. Icing on the North York Renegades. Sally again will take the face-off, this time Danila Zakharov opposing him, and it's a clean face-off win for Danila. Ovakimian from the blue line can work it back behind the netminder in Gaidukov. Body check thrown on by Erton Borisov, and so Reale a curl back along for Un behind his cage, and so a chip up there for Wentrain. Zakharov picked it off, Erton Borisov a curl and move. Stops on a dime and try to relay it for Belisle, but it'll get flexed into the corner there by Un, who takes the body, not the puck. Caught up at the line, Ovakimian a shot there through traffic, and an early whistle by the referee, losing sight of it. One of those shots that you would think Gaidukov would do a better job of just swallowing up that puck there. Rebound given up off of that play, and the sure-footed Gaidukov, he's barely given up any rebounds here in this series. A big reason why they're able to get their first win of this series, number 1 for North York. chip up there from Roman Orkov. He saw that puck hit the black mesh behind the netminder Gaidukov, and so it's up and out of play. They're going to say it went off a Renegade, so it stays inside the offensive zone for Team Green. 6:39 to go in the first. Rende on Waletsky, and it's a win for Rende, but the Rattlers trying to get possession right off. Dixon gives it back to the blue line, and a bobbling puck for Roman Orkov. Played it from his backhand into the corner as Downs worked over by Waletsky, and so Bridget meets Stemper along the half boards. Bridget works it back for his defense partner in Downs. Dixon will watch over him. It comes to Perdishov up top, trying to chip it out of the zone. Can't do so on a second attempt, and it finally does come free as Bridget can give it across for Rende, but on the bobbling puck escaped him. Stemper from center. That's one man curling with him in Dixon, so he'll flip it into his corner, getting met there by Downs. Dixon can pin up 3 in white. Picked off there by Munetz. A good pinch by the Demon. A tip in front there by Dixon, and a good read for Gaidukov. Shot off the high glass, and that will go for another icing against the North York Renegades. 5:48 to go here in this first period. Arver and Mom's goal, the only one that stands right now. Speaking of Arvid, he'll take this face-off against one of the players returning here for North York. That's Chris Rende. Arvid a clean win. Carlson from the half-board trying to skate away from Perdishov, and he will. Got himself some time and space up top as Carlson. A shot there. Fu, Mama turn and shot as Gaidukov got it across with the pad. This line's starting to buzz and create a lot of offense whenever they got that puck in the O-zone. Down trying to tie himself up and relay it across for Kalinka. Bridget watching over him. It does not come out of the zone. A keep by Hoffman. Crossing pass, it's Isaac Carlson. Trying to force it back for Hoffman. Carlson from his second effort there. Got it to his countryman at Lindquist. Went wide into Everett Baum. Back down after it. Hoffman trying to keep the zone alive. And here comes Lindquist as he sees that one roll away outside the blue line. So picked up by Wennis. Told to force it across to Carlson, and he has it. Isaac Carlson a shot there, and a breadbasket save for Gaidukov. Tortorella, Cho, Najim, Gupta, and Stevenson, the 5-out. For the Renegades, Scholander, Lucinius, Macherchik, Heretsky, and Ovakimian. Stevenson is forced there by David Macherchik. Got the puck free as Scholander. Macherchik now tying the puck up himself. Evan Gupta from his own end can't clear it. Good keep by Heretsky, but he sees that puck go away from him at center. Cho try to force it, but it's broken up there as Najim can tap it along for Merrick Tortorella. Trips up Scholander, but no call. Lucinius able to clear the zone for Team Green, and so it's Reale tapping it on back into Ovakimian's corner. Expected to be met there by Tortorella. Can't get the puck away from the young Russian. Tap back by Scholander. Lucinius can find Majerchuk as he stood into, but he got the worst of it was Downs. Tortorella was forced off the puck there. Philip Scholander has it. His shot there blocked by Najim. Tortorella can skate out with it. 4 minutes to go in the first period, trying to cut his way through the D, but maybe one too many moves by Tortorella. Good D going on from Team Green. Lucinius got it in. He's forced away by the other 55 here tonight. Belisle behind his back, trying to play it for Borisov. He'll come in to try to win the 50-50 battle, and a shot from the line there. Tipped in front, rebound before it's smothered up there for Gaidukov, and a gathering between Belisle and Downs. Timothy Wintrain's line will come on. Rattlers will keep the same lineup on. Zakharov, Belisle, and Borisov, Borkov, and Matvey Munetz. Zakharov trying to pull it back, and he can't do so. Kalinka will play it off the high glass and out of the zone. Munetz from center. Chips it away over the stick of Art, and Borisov. Icing will be waved off. Kalinka can't clear the zone. A bad turnover there. Belisle from Zakharov. Belisle, nice move from the corner. Trying to work it back for Danila. Can't do so. Wintrain popped him off the puck. Bridget can't get a handle on it. Comes back down low again, and more pressure thrown on by this third line of the Bradford Rattlers. It's Zakharov. One man open on Norkov. Can't use him here. Zakharov to the goal, and it's forced off by Gaidukov with the blocker hand. Back into the corner again. Kalenka trying to work it out of the zone. Timothy Wentrain getting held down there by Munetz, and he will stay down. A shot from the line deflected off by Popek, and it's up and out of play. Bradford Rattlers lead the Russell Cup Finals 2-1. This best of 7 here on this Game 4 Sunday night, or I'm used to saying Sunday night on ice. We got a Tuesday night on ice. Game 5 will be Saturday night, I do believe. Yep, it would be Saturday night. And the BWG, and if all goes right, the Russell Cup could be in the building. Stevenson, 2 Rattlers on him, 1 surveying the scene, that being Stemper. It's Waletsky doing all the hard work down there. Always opportunist Aaron Stemper seems to know the right places at the right times to see that when that puck battle, the puck will just pop right to him like it's nothing. Dixon for Stemper. Got his way through Gupta. Stevenson takes a look, plays it the opposite way. Quick combination pass and nearly picked off for Hoffman. It's a one-man starting back, and Mischenko ran into quick shot while going down by Rende, and it's fought off by Redchenko. Malm and Najim. Ozone faced off for North York, and it's a scramble off the draw, and so Mate Munetz curls it back from his own end, and a chip along for Lindquist off his skate, punched wide, and picked off by Everett Malm. Malm, one man going to the net, found Lindquist in front there, and his shot never got on through. Cho had it hopped away from his stick. He ran into the official. Orkov, one man fending on the pass in. Carlson couldn't get it further into the corner. Munetz, a hurry pass for Orkov. Pass it through at center. Cho. Munetz will take the body on him, and he flicks it back into the zone. Orkov and Tortorella meet. Tortorella shot it right into Isaac Carlson. He's going to get Johnny on his horse here before the momentum was stopped there by Reale. Minute 20 to go here in the first period. Over in Malm's goal, the only one to talk about, as Munetz is forced off the puck, and so Orkov coming back down to chip it out of the zone. No, Carlson forced it through center, just missing Belisle. Icing is the signal, but it's waved off as Reale got back to it. Carlson there got popped there by Reale. Jonathan Wennis from center. Last minute here. In the third period, you heard the announcement as Perdishov getting a testing shot there, and Radchenko can hold on to it. This is an 8 p.m. puck drop here today. Normally the 7:30 normal time here from Bradford. We just went 30 minutes later. Hopefully everybody is enjoying here this first period of Game 4. Russell Cup Finals. Face-off win and a good one. Rende, Gupta shot, blocked by Zakharov. This third line getting a lot of ice time here in the third period as Borisov trying to race up to it against Stevenson. Rattlers are not called for an offside. They did not get possession of that puck. 35 to go in the period. Hoffman, his shot fought off by Gaidukov, and it's up and out of play from the young Russian. Terrific Russian net-minding duel we've had here all series long, and Radchenko and Gaidukov, probably the 2 best goaltenders in the league. And how fitting they meet as the final 2 teams remaining. Christopher Rende waved out of the face-off. Perdishov will come in to take it against his countryman in Zakharov. Borisov Zakharov has it forced off by his Russian countryman. Shot there hitting Christopher Rende. Eric Stevenson sees Belisle coming after him. 20 to go in the period. Pops up top to the blue line in Wennis. Jonathan Wennis, his seam shot there, just missing the netminder Gaidukov with 10 to go in the period. Rende a good hit on Borisov as a pair of 27s do battle, and that one has popped up into the North York bench, up and out of play. Bridget and Hoffman separated before they can get a few more shoves in the 2. 7.9 to go here in this first period of play. And it looks like our Mom's goal early in the first period will be the only one that we need to talk about here as we move into this first period intermission. It's been a terrific goaltending duel still between Radchenko and Gaidukov as Tilkarante racing after Orkov with 2 seconds in one, and the horn. Up before a hit between Stemper and a couple players going down, Dixon and Henry. Expect the physicality to pick up here in the second period and into the third, but after 20 minutes, 1 for the Rattlers, 0 for the Renegades. We'll be back in 14 minutes time for the second period. Second period set to get underway here from the BWG here in Bradford. 1 goal scored in the game. That's Arvid Malm who will be lining up for this face-off for Team Green. Bradford Rattlers left part of your screen. North York right. Both chances for both teams in that first period. Let's see if North York has an answer for Team Green here tonight. They've been locking down all defensively. Perdishov skating away from Arvid Malm, who's quickly pressuring the puck handler there. Icing will be waved off. A foot race between Rende and Wenis. Some staff here at the BWG making an announcement over the PA. Pardon that. Carlson tied up there with Gupta. Oh, a hit from behind by Rende, taking out Isaac Carlson. Look out here. Question, is that a 2-minute or a 5? Two-minute penalty for Christopher Rende. Another man advantage opportunity. The first goal by Arvid came on the power play. They're trying to double dip here tonight. Arvid not on the ice right now. It's the Waletsky, Borisov, and Belisle combination. Wenis and Munetz paired on the blue line. Bridget Downs, Riale, and Wentrain. 4 out there for North York as they're going to switch spots on this face-off to come up to the right of Artemy Gaidukov. Borisov a snap back as 2 players going down, both 17s. Munetz good keeping at the blue line. Try to force it back down low, can't do so. It's picked off by Damien Bridget. Good job by Matvey, not taking a penalty on the play. Jonathan Wenis from his own end. Hits center and he'll get by Waletsky, and a tap back along for Jacob Belisle, but the puck overskated him, or went away from him, and so Riale getting pinned up there. Bridget trying to play it off the high glass. Another keep in there by Matvey Munetz. Snap back along for Borisov, jumping up and catching at his downs to play it to himself and get the angle and slap it back into the Rattlers territory. Matvey Munetz, 18:27 to go in the period, 1:05 in the man advantage. Borisov hard snap pass, good reception for Belisle, forced it through, but it's deflected up by Riale and up and out of play. And so a line change on, both teams getting one here, mainly forward-wise. It's the Stemper and Malm combination. They have Lindquist, Carlson, and Hoffman. Tie up at the center zone. Popek trying to pull it free, but it's going to be the captain, Eric Stevenson, to skate it out for North York. Play the bank right to himself as Eric Stevenson on a snapshot can't get it through. He was tied up by Hoffman. Popek losing an edge, and so a 3-on-2 breaking out. Carlson with Stemper. Isaac Carlson got it to his backhand, trying to force it away from Stevenson. Carlson there got ridden off the play there by Eric Stevenson, so it's a clear for Gunnar Popek. Radchenko left it for Jonathan Wenis. Got away from a check of Sally. Isaac Carlson, 14 to go in the penalty to Christopher Rende, and he's going to work it back himself through center into the O-zone. Isaac Carlson stopping along the hash marks, but he gave it away right to Gunnar Popek, and he'll relay it ahead for Sally. Brendan Sally, his testing shot in and out of the glove of Radchenko, and so Lindquist with the penalty expired. We are back to 5-on-5, but it's Hoffman. Missed Lindquist on that pass. Perdishov saw it go away from him, and so it's an icing for Team Green. 17:09 to go in the second period. Artemy Gaidukov's been busy this playoff round, says there's 417 shots that he has faced, and he has stopped 390 of them. Nate Dixon from his own end forced it out of the zone. Rende couldn't locate it. Lindquist on his man and Perdishov, so he can backhand shovel it into the corner as Hoffman giving chase on Rende. Rende is able to pick his pocket as it's Arvid Malm from the corner. Knee-high saucer pass fluttered down too far ahead of Dixon, so Gajdukov forced to play to run behind him for Kolinka. Has to do a quick up. One man starting away, but it hopped over the stick of Mischenko, and so he'll give chase. The Maple, Ontario native trying to skate after the very, very quick Jonathan Wenis. Danilo Zakharov played it. Dixon, nice move on Rende. Dixon, a shot there, save for Gajdukov. Zakharov to the blue line, good keep in there by Wenis. He can bobble it back right in front of the slot area. Drops right for Zakharov, and he pulled it wide. It was Masakov who got that testing shot, getting the glass. He has it back on again. Masakov forced to pass across for Jonathan Wenis. Wenis sauced it back through, but it's caught there by Jiwon Un. Played away by Rende, and so started back once more by Mischenko, who laid it head for Perdyshaw on a one-on-one battle against his countryman and Matvei Munets. Got a shot away and got the glass. Downs was forced behind his net, played it for Cho and tapped back for Reale. He can find Marek Tortorella. Marek can get his way into the zone. His shot there, low save. Radchenko rebound for Reale, went away from him. And so the Rattlers might have numbers here if they can hurry, but it's off the stick of Masakov. And so Downs can relay it back across, caught there by Tortorella. We'll leave it for his man in front, and papping on him back was Elias Najim. One man over him, and Scholander and Majerchek. Lucenius there as well. Najim, 2 Rattlers on him, but he's able to make the play across for his man Cho, and he dumps in. Radchenko backhands it for Wenis. He and Marek meet along the corner boards, and so David Majerchek plays it off the bank looking for Lucenius. Went away from him, and so icing called on Team Green. Score clock reads 15 minutes and 1 second to go in the second period. Still Arvid Malm's power play goal in the first, the only one. Christopher Rende against Tomas Lucenius. 27 against 55, and 55 pulled it back for his team donning the green uniforms. So Munets goes behind Pavlenko, or Radchenko rather, and Majerchek can bobble that pass at center. Lucenius can race after Stevenson, who drops it for Gupta. A quick up starting into a chip in by Mischenko. Matvei Munets can play it off the bank looking for Wenis, tacking after it. Gupta kicks it in, but they're offside. Munets again. Chance get away from Mischenko. He will, hitting the right part of center and dumps in. Lindquist against Gupta. Lindquist takes his man down. Lucenius trying to play it further for Lindquist, too far as Rende taps it back to the corner of Stevenson from his backhand side, trying to force the puck away, and a chip back after by Mischenko, trying to find Perdyshaw, but it's relayed ahead, and it's 1-1 starting for North York. It's Rende, a forcing pass, looking for Stevenson, may have glanced off the stick of Carlson. Roman Orkov from way in his own end, a quick up looking for Lindquist, escaped him, and so Stevenson couldn't make the initial play. Carlson can keep the zone alive, and so it's Popek with Hoffman on him, and the puck does go into the Rattler corner. Orkov a quick up, can't break it up as it's picked off there by Popek. Got a shot into the glove of Nikita Radchenko. Renegades trying to make a last-minute line change. The Cho line will be sent off. Bridget with Wentrain. Gunnar Popek, Jiwon Un, and Kolinka. Icing is signaled as it will be waved off as Borisov takes Un down into the corner. 2 Rattlers are deep in front of the zone. Rebound in front there. Gajdukov saw that one roll away from him. Martin Horetsky plays it quickly back and rattling it to his opposite blue man, Novakimian. From the corner, Carlson made a quick up. Aaron Borisov sees that one hop over his stick, and so they are forced out. Gretzky shot it right into Wentrain. Borisov stopping up at the blue line. That puck does escape Danilo Zakharov. He'll play it from his backhand down into the zone. Jiwon Un from his backhand doesn't clear. Ovakimian keeps it in, and coming back is Belisle. Got it to Zakharov from his backhand. Got it in front. Borisov in front, and what a stop made for Gajdukov coming across, robbing him with the blocker hand. That one deflected and then kicked out for Gajdukov again. Caught up by Heretzky. Can't clear the zone. It's Gunnar Popek with Olakimian on him. And a great defensive play made by Arseni. Has to make a quick up. Trying to get Zakharov. Missed him. And so icing is called on Team Green. .28 time to go. Period number 2. Ozone face-off for North York. Scramble off the tie-up. Ovakimian can't clear it. Tortorella. Nice move into the Ozone. Tortorella shot there. Blocked by Ovakimian. Tortorella again. Trying to dangle his way through. Tripped up by Heretzky, and he seems to be hurt on the play, but no call. Tortorella trying to go back on Heretzky. Ovakimian from the corner. Can't clear the zone. It's kept in there by Downs. Got it into the boards, and so it's Wentrain. Moving it. Cho. Merrick Tortorella can't get a stick on it. Arten Borisov from his own end. Chips it by Reale, and so they will head off on a change. 3 aside, but no whistle sounds. They're going to call it on an icing. This line's been out there for quite a while. Ovakimian, Zakharov, Heretzky, Borisov, and Belisle. Renegades do get a line change. Centering this line is Christopher Rende, Perdyshov, and Lishchenko, his wingers. Eric Stevenson from the blue line. Cross check for Borisov. Shot through the line by Perdyshov. Had eyes to the top corner. Radchenko snaring it down. Finally, line change and new bodies on. Stemper, Walensky, Dixon, Hoffman, and Jonathan Wenitz. Rende's line stays out. Same thing with Gupta and the Stevenson combination. Perdyshov can't race up to it in time. Hoffman leaving it for Dixon. Plays the boards, gets it out. Punch back along, caught by Wenitz. Forces it for Aaron Stemper, the captain, but it's up into the Rattler bench, out of play. No Anders Bunzeniks here tonight for the Bradford Rattlers, out with an injury. Same thing with Nikita Pavlenko. Both sides trying to get their benches going here. 11:33 to go in the second. Perdyshov, great reception to pick up that pass. Perdyshov trying to get by Wenitz. Can't do so. Wenitz was a wall defensively, and he makes the breakout chip out. Dixon from Stemper. Nate Dixon, sharp angle bid there, flexed away by Gaidukov. Aaron Stemper backhands it into the corner. Walensky plays it back for the captain. Tap back along away from him, and so Christopher Rende. Perdyshov on the end of his shift tries to play the F3 spot. Got it towards the goal, but it's blocked by Hoffman. Rende with Walensky on him. Plays it for Perdyshov. Hoffman on him. Perdyshov can't get it towards the front of the goal. It's Walensky. Plays the bank, and so it's Stemper. Shot it back up and out of play. Signals no change for the Bradford Rattlers. The Stemper line will stay on. Hoffman and Wenitz on defense. Approaching the halfway mark of the second period. 10 minutes and 52 seconds to go. Nashim, Cho, and Tortorella. 3 forwards on for the Renegades, but they can't win the face-off, but they almost got possession as Hoffman plays it onto the opposite side for Walensky. Cho on him. Stevenson a good keep in. Got away from Walensky, and so he button hooks his way around Wenitz before he grabs him and punches him up along the boards. Referee wants to see that puck move, and that's exactly what happens. Tortorella with Dixon on him, and Dixon can force it through and out of the zone. Nate Dixon trying to get by Gupta. He will. Nate Dixon from the corner. Played it from his backhand, and will try to roll back in front for Stemper. Comes up top for Hoffman. Hoffman getting a shot on goal, but it's scooped up and covered by Gaidukov. As the Carlson's line makes its way back out. Orkov, Munetz, Malm, and Lindquist. This is the main line the Rattlers will look to drive the offense for their team. They got one here tonight. They need more. Clean win for Arvid Malm. Blue line play, Orkov, Munetz. Slap pass into the corner in Carlson. Matvey Munetz from the blue line. Plays it, Oliver Lindquist. Now it comes for Munetz, fakes a shot, Popek goes wide, Munetz a shot there, saved by Dukov, and it's swatted away by Stevenson. Arvid Malm from the corner boards, plays it behind the net for Carlson. Isaac Carlson stops on a dime, leaving it for Malm, but he's going to have to get on his horse around Gupta. Munetz keeps the zone alive. Arvid trying to get into the slot area before it's picked up by Gupta. A long stretch pass looking for Popek. Too far away from him. Icing called on North York. Arvid's line stays out. Lindquist Carlson, new defensive combination, and Horetsky and Ovakimian. Good battle between Arvid and Bridget on the face-off, and Damien can win it. Horetsky can't keep the zone alive. Arvid can. No, he cannot. They're going to call him on offside for Bradford. Mentioned kind of earlier, the offense drying up for North York. Only 22 shots in Game 3, only 2 goals scored in 2 games. Also allowing 13 goals in those 2 games for North York. Something's got to give and something's got to change. But a tight one here from the BWG. Belisle shot it right into Kolinka. Breakout starting on a 2-on-2. Mishenko, a testing shot. Marchenko can swipe it into the corner. Horetsky on him. Rende and Ovakimian will go into the corner before it's shoveled out by Arseni, and this does have enough for an icing on the Bradford Rattlers, and yes, with 9:09 to go in period number 2. Only 2 players for North York registered points. That was Gupta and Bridget. Gupta with the assist on the Bridget goal. That came on the power play. Ovakimian from the corner. Had it roll away from him. Perdishov, a shot off the side of the post. That's Perdishov leaving it for Rende. Ovakimian lost the puck. Mishenko blue line play. It's Downs. Walking the blue line, trying to get a shot. He'll force it through right into the corner for Christopher Rende. Rende, Zakharov on him. It comes to Perdishov to his backhand. Perdishov stopping away from Zakharov, and Perdishov still with it. Getting hounded there by Ovakimian and Horetsky. Danila Zakharov, maybe one too many moves there. Perdishov is steal, and he still has it. Gotta watch a penalty here. Don't want to be taking a hook and call on this Renegade line. Right in front, it comes as Mishchenko shot it wide. Mishchenko was down, that's Borisov. Plays it back into the corner. Mishchenko to the blue line, could keep in there by Reale. He'll force it back to the way. Rende got hit off the puck there and sent down. 2 players on the Renegades staying down. A race back after it. Borisov won the battle, trying to get to Zakharov. A shot saved for Gaidukov. He kicked out the right pad. Rende back in. They remain onside. Rende trying to force the pass along for Tortorella. Can't connect him as Majerchik leaving it for Hoffman. Got his pocket picked there and rolling it back in front was Tortorella. Horetsky takes 1 man down. 1 man spills up and Cho on the high slot, and so Tortorella paps it back along for Reale. His shot fought off by Redchenko. Christopher Rende chips it back in front. Zakharov can whirl it back to the blue line. Caught back in there by Downs, and a little bit of pressure for North York. Crossing pass for Rende went away from him. Hoffman trying to locate that puck. He ties up his man and Rende. Majerchik goes away from him. Slap shot tipped on goal. Rebound is Cho, who shot it wide. Masakov now for the Rattlers, and they finally get that puck out of the zone, and they dump in. Look out, near giveaway there as it nearly went in between the legs of Gaidukov. Net nearly coming off. A close call for North York, and the action here starting to pick up as Cho from center can't get it by Aaron Stemper. He, Masakov, and Majerchik race in. Hoffman sends it in. 6:50 to go in the period. Rattlers are onside, and so Stemper gains his way in. Downs curls away. Evan Gupta from his own end, leaving it for his D-men, and Downs. They hit the red line and they'll skate it in themselves. Najim heads towards the front of the net, and Cho shot there, fought off by Radchenko. It's loose as Najim plays it from his backhand to Cho. North York really starting to feel it now in these last few shifts. Aaron Stemper from the half-boards can pick it up, and he's on his horse here trying to get a 3-on-2, but he overskated the puck. Tortorella back in. Seesaw back and forth. Got his way around Hoffman. Tortorella to his backhand. It is ridden off the puck by William. Jonathan Wennis, or Stemper rather, hit off the puck, and so Hoffman winning the battle first to the puck, and he can clear it up the length of the ice to Dixon. Waletsky joining the rush, will stay onside, yes. Two Rattlers engage with the puck handler. They give the puck away. It's Waletsky trying to give it for Dixon. He will switch spots with him and gain support as Malm is parked out in front. Look out for Arvid in that bumper position. It goes to the blue line, and when it's a hurry shot tip by Arvid Malm. Chiwanun trying to skate it back out of the zone for the Renegades, and he'll do so here. Tenon White moving from the far right portion of your screen. It's picked off at center by Waletsky, who can spring Lindquist. Lindquist back in. He found his man trailing in front. As Arvid Malm got a shot away. No, he tried to curl it back in front into the corner. Blue line play to Orikov. He'll go D-to-D. Matvey Minets, his shot kicked out by Gaidukov. Carlson trying to get by Popek, but skating into the lane first to his wind drain, and he gets his way out through center. Minets losing his stick, has to bail. Orikov trying to take the body on his man, can't do so, but it's loose for Arvid Malm into the corner boards as there is a tie-up now, 2 players aside. Arvid can't find Lindquist. Can they clear the zone? No. Stays inside. A shot there. Big rebound for Gupta, who got a shot away, and it's fought off. Rebound in front. Radchenko the save. Arvid Malm trying to clear. They cannot. Eric Stevenson getting a shot tipped on goal by Bridget, and it just hopped over top of Radchenko, and it's forced back as far as center. Stevenson again with 4:20 to go here in the period. Binet's on a good chance here coming up for the Rattlers, but they're at the end of their shift. Malm trying to win it against Stevenson. Lindquist got it to Carlson in front. Oh, and what a glove grab for Gaidukov. Isaac Carlson that close to making it 2-0, 4:14 to go here in the second period. What more can Gaidukov do? Zakharov can't win it. Renegades do. Downs leaving it for Reale. Reale, I beg your pardon. Forced back into the corner. 2-on-2 boards battle. Lyle and Reale get sent to the ice, and they still jostle out of it into the corner. Referee watching him, and they're still wrestling. They might send both of them here. Looks like that's going to be a play. The question is, coincidental minors. What players kind of have the guilty look, kind of wondering what they did wrong, as Haretsky bumping into one man in front of the Rattler bench, that being Downs, and they're having words for each other as they skate their way off. Tyler Barber and Zach Thompson getting an earful in between that argument. 3:53 ozone face-off, can't win it back. The second straight face-off that the Renegades have won. That allows Rende losing an edge, allowing Team Green to try to start it back in, and Zakharov. William Hoffman, D-to-D, his countryman, Jonathan Wennis. The bobbling puck, look out here. He has to force it to Hoffman, but he gave it away as keeping the zone alive as Gupta. Down low for Rende. Stevenson, his shot deflected, they score! Eric Stevenson, shot from the line, finds its way in. North York has tied it. From Toronto, Ontario, the captain, Eric Stevenson, the 20-year-old, had 44 points in 43 games. Here in the playoffs, his 4th goal, his 7th point. Renegades have tied it. That goal coming with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second period. What a return for Christopher Rende, picks up the primary assist on the game-tying goal. And you could almost sense that one coming for North York. They put together some consecutive dominant shifts. Ice was tilted for North York's favor, finally paying off. How do you respond? If you're North York, how do you respond? They're going to respond with a power play upcoming here for Team Green. Stemper was the one going down. It's a cross-checking minor. The guilty party looks to be Ji Won-un, the native of Korea. At 14 regular season games played for the 19-year-old, and he will head off, and 2 players currently sit inside the box for North York. They were coincidental minors between both those players. 5-on-4 power play Rattlers. Another chance here late in the second. Get that 1-goal lead back. Hoffman, Carlson, Lindquist. Gives it up top, and it's a rolling puck, and so it hops over the stick of Hoffman, and he's forced on back. Oliver Lindquist around Wentrain. Hits center. One man skating out was Ball, and he'll jog his way towards the goal. Look for Arvid. Loves the hand-eye coordination. Loves the redirection. He's presenting his stick there. Carlson. Another rolling puck, hard to settle. Stevenson. Arvid is all over him, and so is Lindquist. Stemper comes in as well. Always got to win those 50-50 battles. Always so important. Hoffman from Carlson. Carlson moves in, a shot there, and it's on the line. Gajdukov the save, and he closes up and covers it up with 1:58 to go in the second. Carlson, boy, tell you, he let that one go. Gajdukov wasn't sure, hugged his blocker hand up to his chest, trying to make the save. Look behind him. Always a frightening scene when the goaltender makes a save, looks instantly behind him. The puck was loose on the line, and it looked like Stevenson was the one who kept that one out. 1:09 to go on the man advantage. Over in Mom, Christopher Rende. Down just trying to make no mistake clearing it, and he can't. Good combination feeds going on by the Swedes. Hoffman, Lindquist, his drive, rebound in front, they score! Arvid Mom! It's a power play goal, his second power play goal of the night, and the 1-goal lead is right back for Team Green. Fifth goal of the playoffs, his 12th point. From Finnsbang, Sweden. He had 13 points in the regular season in 10 games played. And the former captain still, as always, leading by example. Oliver Lindquist will get the only assist. Racking up the points lately. That's 8 assists in the playoffs as the Renegades try to get it right back on the Purdy shot. Never getting on through. Dixon just steamrolling over the captain, Stevenson. Looks like Purdy Shaw was just a step offside prior to puck entry. And so we'll do the face-off just right in front of the North York bench as the Najim line comes out trying to get more offense here. You've already beat Redchenko once. You know you can do it again. You got to throw the rubber on goal. Najim on Zakharov. Najim did get a stick on it, but it's possession to Team Green. Work off a nice dish, found his countryman Zakharov. Dixon is shut off the skate of Stevenson, and so it's up and out of play. Game 4 of the Russell Cup Finals. Rattlers lead the series 2-1. Best of 7, you hit 4, you win the cup. Game 5 this Saturday from the BWG here in Bradford, and if they play their cards right, the cup could be in the building. Scrub on the half-boards continues. Hoffman, Wennis rather, does not keep his own, and so Rende was forced on back. That's a good sweeping effort made by Lindquist. Hitting the final minute of play here in the second period. Rattlers just got their 1-goal lead right back, and guess who? Arvid Malm. Perdishov will leave it to the line, and Stevenson faking the shot, has a lane, can't get a shot, maybe one man can is at center, back in front for Perdishov. Maybe one too many passes here for North York. Battle ensues. Stevenson parks in front of the net, got it towards him here, but it was too hot to handle. Gupta on Carlson, trying to get out of the zone, and they can, and a 2-on-1 upcoming with Malm and Lindquist, but no, Oliver Lindquist offside. Over in Malm on hat-trick watch, you know he was shooting that the entire way going down. Icing comes, or offside, I beg your pardon, coming with 30 seconds to go in this second period. They will get a line change to Stemper line with Borisov and Belisle opposing him. Rende, Perdishov, and Bridget. They're going to be aggressive here on the offense. Gupta, Radchenko out to play it, nearly gave it away for Perdishov. Gupta, it's a loose puck for Belisle, curls and fires it off the half glass, or the high glass. Stemper can keep it. Bridget will fire it back right into the skates of Wennis. Played it up through center with 7 seconds to go in the period. Borisov and Belisle will kind of glide after this one as Belisle has it, works it back in front, and that will conclude 40 minutes of regulation time. The Bradford Rattlers get away with 2, the Renegades 1. We'll be back for the third period of play in 14 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, the third period of this Game 4 of the Russell Cup Finals set to get underway here. Over at Mom had 2 power play goals in the first and second period. Eric Stevenson getting the lone goal for North York. That is where they currently stand. A 1-goal lead still for Team Green, 2-1. As over at Mom and Christopher Rende will meet up at the center zone to start this last frame of Game 4. Renegades quickly in the zone. They get a testing shot out of play. They're going to say it's off. Isaac Carlson. It was great action back and forth, especially in the second period. A little sloppy from North York in the first period, but in the second, I tell you, they really ramped it up and they continued it to the later goings of the second period. Expect the exact same effort from North York and high pressure and intensity. Rattlers with only 2 goals here tonight. Definitely missing Anders Bunzeniks here tonight. Blue line shot, looking for Malm, couldn't get him. Carlson from the corner, over and Malm. Getting across, Carlson again behind the net, centering it back for Lindquist. Can't find the back of the target. Perdishov with Malm on him. It's at center as Hoffman try to relay in, can't do so. Arver and Malm from his own end. This being his last season in the GMHL, Arver and Malm, a Russell Cup champion, a captain of a championship team. He's trying to win back-to-back titles. Rattlers trying to win a three-peat. Eric Stevenson didn't see anything he likes. Curls back defensively, gave it away to Waletsky, but he picks his pocket at center, but he gave it away to Stemper. It's a seesaw battle at the neutral zone. Nets for Waletsky, away from him, Perdishov a quick up. Center play, Cho can see it go into the zone for Roman Orikov. Dixon leaving it for Waletsky. 2 17s going into the corner, Waletsky and Reale. Aaron Stemper back up top, forces it to Orikov. His shot gloved down by Gaidukov. Team Green can get a line change. This third line's been seeing a lot of action here tonight. The Borisov, Zakharov, and Delisle line. Minets and Orkov, their shutdown D unit. Najim away from the center zone. Merrick Tortorella wins it for North York, but it gets flexed back to the line. Orkov has to see Minets make a play, so Orkov can bail him out, but it's still kept into the line by Cho. Tortorella forces it back in front. It comes to one man, and Reale a shot there blocked by Borisov. Arden from center. Dumps to the opposite corner. Downs and Delisle crunch into the corner. Cho on his man in Zakharov, trying to relay it back from behind the netminder as Downs and Zakharov meet up again. Najim tied up there with Delisle. It comes loose and free. Carlson can't swipe it down. It comes through center, and Orikov backpedaling for Team Green. Isaac Carlson twists and turns, but it's a good defensive play made by Downs. Najim against Malm, racing up into the neutral zone. Malm puts the body on him. Reale from his own zone. Goes D-to-D for Nathan Downs, the Woodbridge, Ontario native. Swiped at by Martin Horetsky. Down into the corner is Eric Stevenson. Over in Malm and Lindquist stay in the zone for Bradford. He's the captain from Toronto, Ontario, the 20-year-old. Trying to make a play to start this breakout. He might just try to do it himself at center, dumps in. Radchenko forced to play it into the corner. Malm from Ovakimian, a quick up looking for Lindquist, and he plays the bank and got it to him here. Oliver Lindquist on a curling drag, nice move to the backhand, and he scores! His 7th goal of the playoffs, number 91, Oliver Lindquist, and what a move that was. 3-1 for the Bradford Rattlers. 16:54 to go here in the final frame of regulation time. Lindquist on a multi-point game here tonight. Bridget at center. For the first time here tonight, Rattlers have a 2-goal lead. Right in front, Renegades on it, and what a stop by Radchenko. Reali to the blue line, and it's gloved down again by Nikita Radchenko. As the BWG comes alive for the man donning 35. Stopped 21 of 22 shots that came his way last contest. Renegades back for more. Stevenson, a hurry shot. Never got on through. It's aerialed up to center. Glove down by Gupta. Curls his way around Belisle. Now Perdishov. Lots of Rattlers engaging on the forecheck. Maybe they got away without getting a slashing penalty there. You could have made the argument as Nets takes a piece out of Stevenson. To the line, shot back up to tipped in front there. Bridget screamed it wide. Roman Orkov shoveling it out of the zone, does not have enough for icing, and so a foot race. Belisle on Stevenson, but the very quick offensive defenseman Eric Stevenson forced behind his netminder guy Dukov, lost the puck in Belisle. Behind the net, setting up shot. That's a shot there, and he just flexed it wide. Perdishov given away again. Rattlers buzzing right now, stripping the puck carrier. Borisov will do it again. Will go behind the netminder and Gaidukov. Blue line play. Matvei Minets can't get a shot, but he bowled over the puck, and a chance here for Davian Bridget on a breakaway. Great defensive play for Roman Orkov. Got his stick in time before the shot came on Radchenko. Carlson back in as Reali, putting some stick work on the young Swede there as Isaac Carlson can rattle it into the opposite corner. Arver and Malm getting it to their first with Reali on him. Oliver Lindquist, Isaac Carlson. Najim puts him up to the boards. Play will continue. Lindquist, first hit on downs physically. Starting to pick up here from both sides. Renegades playing with some desperation. Lindquist, Martin Horetsky, a lane here, and he got the glass on the shot. Pumped up over Kimian, great keep in for 15 in green. Arver and Malm, top of the slot. Lindquist, what a pass that came to Carlson's way. Too far away from him. Arver and Malm, Martin Horetsky. His shot blocked by Bridget. Puck is loosened to his feet, and so Bridget can curl it back from his own end and start up into the neutral zone, getting by Horetsky and Malm, and a foot race on for Ovakimian. Najim keeps it inside. Elias Najim saw its own chance there, got a shot away, but it doesn't go on goal. Comes back to the far side. Ovakimian rather plays it as it's tapped back along by Dixon away from Kolinka, and he can slap it back to the play of Arver. Malm hit center, dumps in. Line change on. Stemper and Woletsky come on. Dixon won that battle, got it to the slot as Stemper had it roll away from him. Renegades need to clean up defensively. Cho can't get by William Hoffman. Wennes able to play the body and the puck. Got it to Dixon. A quick up starting for Stemper. Dixon playing the F3 spot. Stemper leaving it. Dixon can't get, or Woletsky rather, leaving it as Tortorella. Still, they can't clear the zone, but it finally comes out. Woletsky is going to peel on back from the blue line as Cho, or Jiwon Un rather. 10 in white for the Renegades. Woletsky forced it through the neutral zone, had one man open on the blue line, and Wennes, if you're Woletsky, try to give it to your blue men there. Tortorella's back in, his shot fluttering just wide of Radchenko. Cho trying to center back to the slot, one jam after by Tortorella, one player down as well. And with 13:15 to go in the third, it still remains a 3-1 lead for the Bradford Rattlers. Christopher Rende won the face-off, and so Perdishov goes back into the corner. Bridget, a stick lift, gets tripped up, but play will continue. Good keep in by Gupta, has a lane. Gupta, a shot there, fought off, rebound in front there, they score! Evan Gupta cuts the lead within one goal for North York. They got their second spot. From Summerland, British Columbia, he gets his first goal of the playoffs, his 6th point. And with 13 minutes to go exactly, North York claws back in. Off, the Rattlers quickly tap it back to the blue line. They're back in, however. Perishov, sharp angle shot fought off by Radchenko. Now things get a little interesting here with 12:40 to go in the third period. Renegades need one, but the Rattlers give it away. Bridget, combination, and Stevenson, or Rende rather, try to give it back for his captain. Can't quite connect. Maybe one too many passes here for North York, and the Rattlers are back in. Lindquist looking for a shot, rebound. Didn't go to his intended way. Malm down low into the corner. Lindquist up top. Roman Orkov fanning on the shot there. Maybe the Rattlers gripping their sticks a little too hard right now. Flex back along to the opposite way. Radchenko thought about coming up. Berdyshev trying to lay it down there. Looks like the net has come loose as Radchenko square up to the post, and he covers it up. North York really starting to get some opportunities on goal to Radchenko. Now it's the Rattlers' turn to shore up defensively. They look to the Najim line to win this draw against Arbor and Malm, and Najim has been terrific all finals long on the face-off zone, and he wins another one. Downs can play it off the board, show a fire, and it's Radchenko to fight it off. Malm plays the bank, Oliver Lindquist, one man at center, and Carlson, good stick by Cho. Downs and Carlson hustle after that puck. It does come outside the zone, so Roman Orkov has to backpedal to his D-man and countryman, Matvei Minets, and he will return the favor. Dixon from his back end, plays it in away from Najim. Downs picked it off. Tortorella, now Cho. Verset thrown by Matvei Minets. Those two both got a shrug away. Broken stick for Nate Dixon. That allows Najim keeping the zone alive. Plays it for Waletsky. Took a hit to make a play in a 2-on-1. Minets and Belisle. Minets, and it's swiped away by Reale, and he closes the line and pinches off Matvei Minets. Waletsky taps it down, trying to flex it out of the zone, and they can't do so. Kept in by Orkov, leaving it. Brendan Walensky, sharp angle bid, slot zone chance. Belisle can't shoot. Lead chance for Minets. His shot fought off and punched aside by Gaidukov. Najim looking to get it to Tortorella, goes away from the errant stick as Roman Orkov plays the bank. Belisle sees Bridget coming, try to chip it out of the zone. No. Fluttering up nearly into the Rattler bench, stays in play, and Belisle got it through. The one-man back is Stevenson. Belisle in front for Dixon, got held down, and that will be a penalty on the play. Christopher Rende heading to the penalty box for 2 minutes. 10:40 to go in the third. Bradford already has 2 power play goals. They all came from Arbor and Malm. Here comes their third try. Bridget does clear the zone, or Gupta rather. Gupta donning 47, Pritchard donning 42. You're looking at William Hoffman, right part of your screen. Might think about a drop here. No, he's going to work it himself. William Hoffman try to blaze in. William Hoffman behind Gaidukov, centering it. Stemper in front. Gaidukov with a save. Aaron Stemper. Isaac Carlson has Hoffman, uses him. Lindquist beside him, can't. Shot blocked in front there by Stevenson, and a clear on for North York. 1:20 to go in the man advantage. 10 minutes here in the third period. Lindquist trying to force the pass. Stemper broken up. Popek a clear. From Russia, Matvei Minets, to Swede, Isaac Carlson. Hops on his horse and gets around Sally, and Stevenson centering it back in front. Bobbling puck, Belisle can't settle. D2D, Wennis overskated it, picks it up, nice pass. Munetz at the blue line, finding Carlson. Seam pass to Jonathan Wennis, shot blocked in front, and that stuns Stevenson, but it stays in play. Stevenson, while hailing, can get that puck down the length of the ice. Great second effort by the captain. 30 to go on the power play. 9-10 to go here as you're looking at Artem Borisov wheeling his way in. Drop for Belisle. Jacob Belisle down low. Artem Borisov, half boards play. Cross seam, popped over the stick of Wennis, slaps it back into the corner. Borisov will be there first. Reale on him, but it comes to the other 17 into the corner, and Waletsky getting held down by Downs, plays it to the line. Borisov, Munetz a drive, and he got the glass popped right back in through as Popek can't settle. Cleared but not out. It comes to Matvei Munetz, his shot deflected in front, goes wide. Power play is over, back to 5-on-5. Rende is back into the action and picks off that pass from Wennis. Brendan Sally at the end of his shift doesn't have much in the tank, but he can get it down low, and a change on for North York. Rende still with the puck, playing it for Damian Bridget as Rende, and he will switch spots with him, try to relay it to him. Perdishov from the line, Shiwa Nun, it's sticked away there by Dixon, and it's up into the Rattler bench, out of play. Sakharov and Rende. Kolinka and Gupta come on. They're on defense for North York. Face-off win for the Renegades. Comes to the line. Shot just wide of Radchenko. Lucenius plays that out of the zone. Caught there by Gupta. Forces it back to the way of Bridget. Has to peel on back and skate after. Perdishov a keep in. Leaving it for Rende. Picked off by Rende's back in. A shot there fought off by Radchenko to the corner. Sakharov and Dixon lays it back around, and it rattles out of the zone. Picked up by Tomas Lucenius. He's the lone Rattler in. Tomas has Perdishov on him, stops on a dime, button hooks it to Sakharov, but he guts it out of the zone, and a whirling effort made for Orkov, but they are offside. Lucenius getting back into it with Rende of North York. Doesn't seem like much will be coming out of that skirmish inside the North York end. Faceoff comes just outside the North York line, right in front of their bench. Bridget and Lindquist lined up beside each other. You see that at the bottom left corner. Center portion of your screen. Malm, a clean win off of Rende. That's a nice pass finding Malm. Malm shoots that one, save for Guy Dukov. That close to his hat trick here tonight. .7:27 to go. Guy Dukov's been tremendous. Radchenko's been tremendous. It's a great young Russian netminder duel here tonight. Carlson and Najim. Carlson trying to pull it through, can't. Heretsky keeps it alive down low. Isaac Carlson forced off there by Downs. Reale coming to help as well. Cho leaves it for Merrick Tortorella. Najim comes near with him. His shot wide of Radchenko. Cho picking it up for the Renegades. Got a testing shot there calmly. Glove down for Radchenko. Nashim again, face-off win, comes back down from the blue line. His shot right again into the glove, snare down for Radchenko, and Cho and Wennis with some shoves after the play. Line change on for Team Green, a last-minute move. Dixon, Waletsky, and Stemper come out. Wennis and Hoffman still paired up on defense. Najim to take the face-off for North York. Stemper getting waved out in the defensive zone. Lining in is Brendan Walensky. It's a face-off win for Team Green. They go to the corner, then behind the net to the opposite wing, and Stemper. Timekeeper's crease to play to be made by Downs, and he gives in. William Hoffman from behind Nikita Radchenko starts out to the hash marks, and Jonathan Wennis from center. Nate Dixon will drop it for Hoffman, still in the neutral zone, and they dump in just wide of Gajdukov into Downs' corner. Downs try to play it to the hash marks, broken up there by Stemper. Plays it back to the blue line. William Hoffman to the hash marks. It comes to Stemper. His back end given away in front near the top of the circle, and so Najim can skate his way up through center and dump into the Rattlers' corner. Najim giving chase on Hoffman behind the net. Hoffman got a piece taken out of him there as it's broken up there in front of the Rattlers. Landon Dixon getting his way up through center, finding Dixon, coming back in. Walensky, a sharp bid there, saved by Gajdukov. Downs trying to start it up, has two players rushing up in a 3-on-2 for the Renegades. Rende drops it off and a pass across for Joe, and a shot there, save Radchenko. He got all of that shot, and Radchenko fought it off. Dixon has to hustle. He has two players on him. Rende picks up the puck to the blue line. Evan Gupta has to backpedal out of the zone. Sakharov through center. Delayed penalty on the Rattlers. With 5 minutes and 49 seconds, the North York Renegades get a power play opportunity. Nathan Dixon goes to the box, and a Damian Bridget line will center. Perishov, Gupta, Rende, and Stevenson to work with here for Darryl Lloyd and company, and it's a face-off win possession to Team Green. It's forced back out of the line at center, Christopher Rende. He spots the captain, Eric Stevenson. A goal here tonight already. Force it to the side of Gupta. Eric Stevenson, Renegades trying to tie it. 5:30 to go in the period. It's a high-sticking call for Dixon. Renegades lose possession, so Lindquist sprawls it away. Isaac Carlson has Lindquist to work behind him. Try to make a curl and drag on Perdyshov. Lost the handle. Perdyshov, he's fast himself. He can use his speed back in, trying to get by Wennes. He does to the goal. Radchenko got it across. May have hit the side of the cage for Perdyshov. Stevenson hit up there by Lindquist. Hoffman trying to win that battle. He got it across to Lindquist, and a clear for Team Green. Chris Rende will try again. Walensky and Stemper, the penalty killers. Perdyshov remains on. It's a drop pass trying to find Perdyshov. Easy clear for Brendan Walensky. They're calling Perdyshov off on the power play. One man takes his spot in Merrick Tortorella. Eric Stevenson, the captain, from the center portion of your screen, giving it to Rende, and he will dump in. 30 to go on the man advantage for North York, and it's been a conditioning stint so far. Rattlers doing a good job just sending it down, and it looks like they'll do exactly that. Gajdukov comes out, forced to make a play. One man on, and Danilo Zakharov. Nifty play for Gajdukov, leaving it for Towns. 13 to go in the power play, 4 to go in the game. Cho trying to get by Orkov. He does so. Cho to the goal in front. Radchenko the save, and it escapes Reale, and that will do it for the man advantage for North York. Merrick Tortorella gave it away. Borisov right after the full strength. Zakharov, and getting a piece of it was Radchenko. Back to the line. Shot there. Got tipped wide by Matvei Munetz. Roman Orkov fought off there by Cho, trying to clear the zone, and he will for the Renegades. Center zone play flipped in by Borisov. Caught by Reale. He'll try to twist his way back in. Stymied by Orkov and dumped in by Jacob Belisle. Downs, Tortorella losing it. Borisov opposite corner play. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the third period. At what point do you pull Gajdukov, as we got a hand pass called on North York? Icing is the official signal, but it will be waved off as Hoffman has Tortorella all over him. Cho there as well, can't get that puck into the corner. Brought back by Tortorella, trying to play it to the line. Gupta has to backpedal as here comes Lindquist. Just trying to bowl over Gupta. Cho coming in on the defensive route to take it off. And a whistle upcoming here, and what have we? Had a player shaken up back behind the play. That was Tortorella, but under its own power can skate off to the bench. Stemper on Christopher Rende. The captain of Team Green trying to pull it back on a big offensive zone face-off, but it's a great win for Christopher and possession to the Renegades. 2:30 to go. Wendy pulled the goalie, one man spilling down in Rende. Wennes back up looking for Waletsky. Stevenson trying to force it back out of the line, can't do so. Stevenson brought it back, broken up there by Perdishov. Trying to force it there, broken up at center by Wennes, and a quick up starting for Stemper. Aaron Stemper shot save for Gaidukov. Downs putting it into the corner. Back to the line, bobbled over the stick of Hoffman, and it comes back into the defensive end. Jonathan Wennes from his countryman and Hoffman, and he gets it back. Force off a tip, and look out, goes right into the stands. And out of play. Bridget line out. Mom's line out as well. What a game for Everett Mom. You got to think he's got to be the first star of tonight's contest. 2 power play goals here tonight. Stevenson gets it deep, Radchenko out, snares it down, covers up. Important offensive zone faceoff coming up for North York. They leave the Bridget line out. It looks like North York has called themselves a 30-second timeout. There is no Artemi Gaidukov in the net for North York prior to that timeout being called. You got to think this old zone draw coming, you call a timeout, you maybe got to pull the goalie here. 1:56 to go in the third period, you need one. Bradford Rattlers head coach David Moody and company drawing up a play as they are going to be under siege for the next 2 minutes. They'll keep the same personnel out, however. It looks like it's Jonathan Wennes, Hoffman, Lindquist, Carlson, Mom. Rather say North York had a little bit longer of a timeout. They have Popek, Cho, Bridget, Perdishov, Gupta, Rende, and Stevenson. That's 6 on 5 for North York. Gaidukov is on the bench right now. Mom on Rende. Clean win for the Renegades, and they have it. Escapes Eric Stevenson, and so he'll have to give chase. Carlson will glide on after him. Sergei Perdishov, 24 points in 15 games in the regular season, connects with Rende, who dumps into the corner. Bridget quickly after William Hoffman. Perdishov there as well, trying to tie him up, trying to pull it back, and he can't do so. Good play to the blue line. Stevenson a shot there, fought off by Radchenko. Stevenson again got it towards the goaltender. It comes back for Gupta at the line. Gupta skates his way back in, trying to force it back, but it's blocked there by Hoffman. Comes back behind the net in Bridget, leaving it for Rende. Escapes up to the blue line, and Cho a dripping shot there, and it just skates wide. Perdishov can't keep the zone as it's broken up by Isaac Carlson. Empty net, bullseye! Goal of the playoffs for Isaac Carlson. The lead has been doubled, an empty net goal. 4 for the Bradford Rattlers, 2 for the North York Renegades. Touched up with a high stick by Najim, and it'll be a D-zone draw. Final minute of play here in the third period. Get the announcement. Thank you, JR. Time running out on the North York Renegades. Still under a minute to go. Cho back in. Guy Dukov back to the bench. A wonderful move there by Cho. Another 6-on-5 opportunity. Gupta tipped off the stick by Tortorella into the corner. Najim got knocked down. Comes to the blue line. Stevenson, D2D, and Gupta. Gupta, his shot, pad save. Rebound, puck is loose. Radchenko swallows it up and makes the save. Gets separated. 33.8 to go in the third period. Rende still net empty for North York. Jonathan Wennis will go for the empty net, and it'll just skip on wide to the right. 27 to go. Ozone face-off for North York still. Empty net for the Renegades. Maybe one last face-off here. In this contest, Cho will oppose Arvid Malm, and it's a clean win for Arvid. Tortorella trying to slap it back off the boards. Najim bumped into there. Hoffman bumped into by Merrick Tortorella. Lindquist at center racing up to it. A glove back down by Arvid Malm. He's trying to get a hat trick here tonight. Swipes it on goal and just wide. 10 seconds to go. Cho will take it and will let the faithful here take you away. Bradford Rattlers moved to a record of 10-3 in the playoffs and are on the cusp. The Bradford Rattlers are a win away from the Russell Cup Championship. Join us on Saturday night. That very trophy will be in the building. A 4-2 win tonight in Game 4, a 3-1 series lead. Isaac Carlson, 1 goal tonight, empty netter. Oliver Lindquist, Arvid Malm, 2 power play goals, and a terrific performance for Nikita Radchenko. Thompson bumps up with Haretsky, and check this out. Wonderful embrace, Carlson there as well. Faithful here at the BWG here will go home happy as the Rattlers skate off 1 win away from a 3-year championship dynasty they have set up here. Radchenko last one to exit the ice surface, and that will do it for us here tonight. Join us on Saturday night, the Russell Cup in the building for Nick Stella, and the Bradford Rattler organization bid you all a good hockey night for now.